The Seahawks were back out in pads for the second consecutive day as Seahawks training camp presented by Safeway continues. What's going on, 12's Jackie Montgomery with your Seahawks Daily. Well, one position group to keep an eye on throughout training camp is the tight ends. Last year, this group was bit hard by the injury bug, but Will Dissly and Luke Wilson are healthy. Plus, with the addition of 14-year veteran Greg Olsen, this will be a fun competition to watch.
Greg's been a great addition, man. He really cares about the success of our tight end room. You know, I think we're going to do some really cool things with, the talent that we have, not just Greg and myself, but, Luke and Jake and some of these rookies who are going to come along as time goes on. But, these 5 practices have been really fun. We're growing, we're learning how to kind of operate together, what we need out of each other, and he brings a ton of knowledge to the game, and we're just trying to pick up all that stuff, whether it's releases or route combinations or seeing the defense in certain ways. All that stuff comes in a factor, and I'm just trying to soak it in as much as possible and also be a resource for Greg, kind of how the Seahawks operate and do all those things. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm really excited to work with him all year.
Well, he's really going to give us a presence. The experience that he brings, the wherewithal. He's a brilliant football player. All of that. Physically, he looks really good. He's moving great. He had a great offseason. He's fast. For a guy that's older, he's fast. He runs terrific routes. And he's got special plays in him too, and Russ has already worked it out with him. They had a really good summer together, so you can see that they're off and flying. And it's a great security aspect of the throwing game to have your tight end that you can really count on. And so hopefully we'll develop a real good connection between those two guys, and you'll see him in crucial situations and all over the field. And in situational football, he'll be a big factor too.
Another potential big factor is Will Dissly. The third-year player has had impressive showings every time he steps on the field, but unfortunately, the past 2 years have been cut short due to injuries. Now fully recovered from an Achilles tear, the former Husky is ready to go.
Well, unfortunately, Will is really good at rehabbing, and he's had the chance with 2 big challenges back to back. I mentioned to you guys earlier that the people that monitored him down in L.A. where he worked out, 9 straight months, never missing anything, never being late for anything, has led him to the opportunity where he's back out on the field already. We're in pads and he's in there in the first couple plays, coming off the football. He's a remarkable person in the character that drives a guy to overcome those kinds of obstacles, and really, good. Sometimes it breaks guys down. They can't find the motivation, but Will has been able to do that. He's a wonderful player. He can do everything. He blocks and catches the football, runs well after the catch. He's really smart. He's a great team guy. He's a terrific part of our team. So it's great to have him back. I'm sure I know he's thrilled that he's back out here, but he's got something to prove. He wants to stay out here. So he's going to do everything to get that done.
With versatile players like Luke Wilson or Jacob Hollister, who, by the way, started on the practice squad last year but finished 3rd on the team in receiving yards, there is a lot of potential in this position group.
We each have our own strength, and I think that's kind of what we're using this time right now in the build-up phase of, what is each guy's strength? Luke, Jake, Greg, and myself, we all have our own unique abilities, but we're also able to do the same things, right? We're all able to block and catch the football, and that's a really dangerous combination when you put together a tight end room. So, we're going to be able to move pieces around. I think it's going to make it really challenging for defense, and I'm excited to see what this room can do. I think it's going to be a special year.
We have a few more weeks to wait before we see the Seahawks in game action. Until then, the excitement continues to build around an offense that will feature a lot of versatile playmakers.
I think, Shotty's got a good problem ahead. I mean, just the weapons that Russ has, just trying to be available for him, and whether it's 11 or 12 personnel, I think we can do some really creative things, not only just, running the ball, helping Chris get yards, but spreading them out too. So I'm excited to see what Shotty comes up with. I'm ready to go, and it's going to be a fun year for the offense.
Well, the Seahawks currently have 7 tight ends listed on their roster. Last year, they only kept 3 on the final 53-man roster. So definitely keep an eye on this competition. There'll be lots to look at as we continue Seahawks training camp. Just a reminder, the players are off on Wednesday, and they are scheduled to have their first mock game on Saturday, so you don't want to miss it. We'll have you covered right here on Seahawks.com.